Okay, welcome to episode 2. Title: Discrimination is Good. What? Yeah, discrimination is good. If you don't like that title, you could say, How to Stop Liking Everything. What does that mean? It means, look at social media. It seems like everybody on Facebook that is an artist or wants to show their pictures throws something up there, even photography. And what do people do? Like, love it, giant hearts. Why are they really doing that? There's only one of two reasons. They either really believe that every single thing they're posting to is really good, or they know better and they're just trying to be nice. I think that's really true. I think we want to be courteous, we want to be nice to people, and we don't want to put them down. My gosh, at least they're painting. But guess what? Discrimination is important. Why? You need to learn to discriminate. What's good, what's bad, what's mediocre, you need to know. If you don't know, that's what we're here for. What do your parents tell you? Pretty much everybody, like, hey, if you don't have something good to say, don't say anything at all. My dad was a little rougher than that, so he would say, why don't you just put a sock in it? I understand that. And I think it's really true. And I think that's what we need to do. If it's not good, tell the person something that's real, or don't say it at all. It's probably better off to get no response. I think if I was a really young artist and I hadn't been painting long, what I would do is to post something, because we want to be liked. Who doesn't want to be liked, right? And especially your art. You want your art to be liked. After teaching for 40 years, I can tell you that students have a hard time separating themselves from their art. Their art and themselves are kind of like this. But here's the truth. You need to learn to separate. You got to learn to separate those things. You are not a painting. You are not a canvas. You're not a piece of watercolor paper. And you're not the evidence of what you just did on that watercolor paper. It's not you. It's something you did. And the minute you're finished, you need to learn to separate somewhat. You can enjoy it. You can say, man, I did that. I was so excited. There's some really good things about it. But it isn't you. So if you can take yourself out of the picture for like just a minute or an hour and say, okay, I like this and this and this about it, but I'm really not happy with the sky. Geesh, I need to learn to do something. Sky's better, clouds better. I put something out there and I don't get any responses. I would think, oh man, maybe I should go back to the drawing board. Maybe there's a few people close to me that I can show, family, friends, other artists that I know, hey, will you give me a critique? How can I get better, right? Do that. If you're not really ready for prime time, if you're not ready for prime time, then don't really post it. And if you don't have a thick skin, don't post it. I think it's really cool that at least they're doing something. They're getting it out there, that's cool. But just don't expect everybody to like it. And you as the friend shouldn't be expected to hit like, to put these emojis that how wonderful it is. Now, of course, if it's really good art and you know the difference, build them up all you want. Tell them how great they are. Better yet, buy the piece. You know what? Young artists, old artists, anybody who's alive and painting or sculpting wants to sell their work. We spend our money on such garbage these days. Another subscription to, some television service. Take your money, save your money, buy a piece of real art that you enjoy. You have no idea the benefits you'll get from that. I think that people believe that they'll buy the painting, hang it on the wall, look at it a few times after that, and not really notice it. It's not true. Not if it's good art, not if it's really good art. I've spent so many hours If you total them, looking at the paintings that I'll be showing you in the next episodes, where it just stops me. I'll walk down a hall and glance at a painting that's been there for a year and just stop and stare. And get lost in that picture. That's the love of art. That's the love of painting and sculpture that I want you to have. Having said that, I gotta make this point. No matter how bad the art is, what I do is congratulate them to say, hey, at least you're doing something. If we sit around and do nothing but critique, then how can we critique somebody else? It's important for you to know, I want you to paint. I don't care how rank amateur you are. We were all amateurs at one time, but how in the world are you going to get better? You're going to learn. You're going to keep painting. Possibly, I'm just saying possibly, you might not want to post your stuff till you're really ready. Ask somebody that cares about you. Don't want to embarrass ourselves, right?